Greetings from the right coast. This is Mad Shad. What are we going to talk about today? Tattoos. Yes. If I can do this. So, told a story. And it's a true one, unfortunately. So, I was a Marine, and like most Marines, when they get out of boot camp and they go to their duty station, which mine was Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, what's the first thing you want to do? Well, you want to get a tattoo, right? Yeah, you want to get a tattoo and show everybody how fucking badass you are. So, I go into Jacksonville, North Carolina, where there is 10,000 tattoo parlors, and I just walk into one random shop and go, hey, I'd already had this idea in my head. I wanted to be dangerous. And in Japanese, because I was a martial artist and all that, right? And I wanted something cool. And at the time in the 90s, Japanese calligraphy was cool. So, so I walk in and I'm looking around and I'm like, yeah, dangerous, that one right there. Yeah, he's like, oh, okay, cool. And so the idea was I was going to get dangerous on my arm, and underneath of it, in Japanese numbers, I was going to get 0311. Dangerous, 0311. Yeah, you get the idea. So, I pay my $40 and I get this little tattoo. Right? And here it is. Here's the little tattoo. See if you can see it. Yep. Pretty cool, right? Yeah. I don't know if it looks... It's a very simple tattoo. Very simple. So... So later on in my illustrious Marine Corps career, I had the opportunity, distinct pleasure, to go to Okinawa, Japan for 6 months. Camp Schwab. Oh yes, great place. Great USO. CC4, Surfside Beach, pick up! If you guys have been there, you know. Number CC4, CC4! Surfside Beach, pick up! Mwah! Anyway, so, number CC4. Yeah, gotta love it. Great, I just woke up the whole house. Hi, I'm sorry to wake you. Anyway, so I go to Okinawa. And what do? I walk around with a t-shirt with no sleeves, pulled all the way up so I can show off my guns. Hey, what's up? Oh, how you doing? How you doing? Show off my guns. And I'm walking around, and I'm like, yeah, look at my tattoo. Haha. Look at my tattoo. Yeah, don't you like it? I know that you know what it means, because you're Japanese and this is Japanese. I'm dangerous, sir. Not really being like that, but just kind of walking around, like, yeah, I'm cool. I got a Japanese tattoo. I'm in Okinawa, Japan. And I'm waiting. I'm walking around, and in Japan, in Okinawa, nobody makes eye contact with you. They don't look at you. That's how polite they are. They avert their eyes. They talk, they look down, go, hello, how are you doing today? They don't want to make eye contact. They think it's very confrontational. And, I guess it makes sense. So, I get all these looks. Everybody's staring at me. They're just like... They're laughing. They're suppressing their laughter. I might hear a little chuckle every now and like... And they walk, and they quickly get out of the area, but they get a little chuckle. I'm getting chuckles and I'm getting stares. and smiles and you know, I'm getting all this little, you know, this action. I'm like, what the fuck are they? Are they laughing at me? At my tattoo? How dare they? I am dangerous. Urgh. I am dangerous Shad. You know. So, as my powers of perception lead me to look around the land, which is, I think it was in Okinawa City. I don't know, or outside of. It might have been outside of Camp Schwab. I don't know. Anyway, you know, villages or whatever. You know, I'm walking, I'm looking around, and I start to see this tattoo. I see it on street signs. I see it painted on the road. Little yellow lines going across the road. I see somebody in a restaurant. They spill something on the floor. They put out a little orange cone with this on it. It means caution. Caution, do not cross. Caution, electrical shock. Caution, slippery when wet. Oh, I've had some Japanese cars too, and I lift up the hood, you know, there it is. Yep. I went from dangerous to being caution. Just like that. Just like that. So, that's my one and only tattoo. You know what? I'm okay with caution. I am. I'd rather be cautious, proceed with caution, than dangerous. You know, because nobody wants to handle a dangerous, you know, product. Caution, yeah, take a little time, you know, take a little care there, please. You know, I'm old now. Caution, you might break some bones or something. Go easy. Dangerous is like, arr, arr. But, you know, hey, you're young, you're 10 foot tall, and you're bulletproof. You know, hey, whatever. You want to be dangerous? Nah. Just thought I'd share this story. It's a true fucking story. Yep. Oddly enough, I never got any more tattoos after that. And plus, I had a good friend of mine that he went all out. Am I going to tell the story? I guess I'm going to tell the story. You know, whatever. You're not going to know who he is. And probably there's 1,000 stories like this. But I knew this guy, you know, in the Marine Corps. And while we were in the fleet, I even actually, because I was the artist, and I actually helped kind of, you know, design this tattoo. And it was a beautiful tattoo. It was a big back piece that he wanted. He wanted the crane and the tiger, you know, with the crashing waves and the jagged cliff edges and the bonsai trees, you know, and a little samurai warrior in the background swinging a sword around. And then all down and through it, he had this little warrior's haiku that he wrote out, and he wanted it in Japanese. And he was legit. I mean, he knew like Aikido and whatever, you know, karate. You know, I forget what kind of karate, but whatever. I mean, that's, you know, he'd been taking it for years, and he knew his shit. Whatever. And he wanted this specific warrior's haiku. He saved up all his money because back pieces are expensive, and he wanted a lot of color, and he did his research and found he didn't do all his research. found this guy, and he even timed it out. He's like, okay, I've got I can save up X amount of money, and by the time we go on our med float, I can look this guy up in Greece, in Corfu, of all places. He got a Japanese tattoo in Corfu, Greece. That's how it worked out. That's what he wanted. Called the guy up, and, you know, this is the 90s. We didn't have computers and all that shit, cell phones, and so, you know, you had to actually do your work. You know, so um, so I remember we get a little bit of libo, like a very first. That's all this guy talked about for like 3-4 months. You know, before our MU deployment, and it was just like, man, bro, and we were fired up for him because we all had a little stake in designing this tattoo, and so, oh man, the first bam, they gave us Liberty, Port Liberty. We came into Corfu, Greece, and as soon as they let us out, it was like, I forget, like 4 or 5 in the afternoon. We rushed. We beat feeted all the way. He did not want to even spend the money for a taxi because he wanted to throw all this money at his fucking tattoo guy. And so we fast walked, speed marched to this fucking tattoo shop after finding the address and trying to figure out where everything is in Corfu, because it's a goddamn nightmare. It's an old freaking it's an old freaking, like, it's a very interesting place. It's a walled city, like medieval times. Everything's stone, cobblestone streets, pretty badass. But you've got shops, modern shops, just like anything else. Pretty cool. And so we beat feet it to this tattoo shop, which he gave him he says, I'm leaving at 6 or something. And we marched like an hour and a half, 2 hours to get to this place. And there he was. And we sat in there, and, we got to drink some ouzo while dude got his tattoo. And guy spent a lot of time on it. I mean, he spent the better part of the night. We stayed there the whole fucking time. We had to be back at like 2 a.m. or something. So he spent the whole fucking time getting that tattoo, and he got it done. And he paid him a whole bunch of money, like $700-800, which at the time was a lot of money. Now it's like, $1,500 for a back piece, no big deal. But so it's badass. It's just beautiful. Everything you wanted. You had the picture. You had everything. And the guy was Japanese. He was Japanese, and he used to be a Marine. He's a Japanese American, from Japan, that became a Marine and opened up a tattoo shop in Corfu, Greece. Like, okay, great, yeah, awesome. And this guy thought our friend thought he was the baddest tattoo artist in the world. So there you go. So we get back from from our MU, and we're just sitting around in the barracks, and it's, as Marines do, we take off our shirt, and hang out. It's hot, and we're drinking beers, and just hanging out, playing cards or something in the barracks, whatever. And I never forget it. We had a guy named Corporal Tanaka. He was from another company, but he lived in the barracks. And I think he was pulling duty. I think that's what he was doing, because he was in his camis, full set of camis. And he walks by the door. We got the door open, music playing, whatever. It's just a typical day in the barracks. And Corporal Tanaka walks by and goes, and just bust out laughing. Apparently, Mr. Warrior Haiku there had all the elementary mama jokes and everything that stuff like you pee like a dog in Japanese. Your face looks like a monkey's butt. I mean, just and the guy, the corporal was just like, wow, I remember these when I was a kid. I remember these when I was in third grade, in kindergarten. Oh, this is great. He's like, why the hell would you put this on your back? Oh, man, that guy. Poor dude. He got ripped the fuck off. He kept his shirt on from that point on. He did. So, tattoo stories. I thought I would just share that because I was on K Marie Live and just checking that out. So, do shout outs here, K Marie Live, and her bug out adventures with Dustin. And don't ask her a question, please, because she'll tell you. She will tell you. Hold my beard. So, let's do some shout outs. Keto homesteading with Jess. Go check her out. She needs some help. And Alaska Prepper is spearheading an amazing fundraiser for preppers for Texas. Please go give some love. The shelters, the food banks are running out of food in Texas for these folks. So we have Alaska Prepper has an opportunity to be able to help them, and all the money that you donate, I forget what is through his coffee donations, whatever. Yeah, just go to his link. I'll try to post a link myself, and show some prepper love. So yeah, just thought I'd come on real late at night and share these stories. All right. It stopped raining. I can hear leaks, but anyway, it's all good. It wasn't too bad of a rain. So anyway, yeah, I just wanted to jump on here real quick and throw this out here. Yeah, here's my light. Like my light. I usually have it set up and upwards so it has like an ambiance, throws off an ambiance light. But it just wasn't working with the camera, so it's in my face and I'm freaking blind. Thank you. So, tattoos, do your research. You be like a dog. Baboon butt face. Oh, yes. So, yeah. Go share some prepper love. This is, hold on, what am I supposed to say? Yeah. This is Mad Shad. And, encouraging you to be prepared because it's a mad, mad world out there. Thank you. And until next time.